Today, going to the grocery store to buy food is very common. I mean, who doesn't do that, right? But things weren't always this way. Some of what we consider basic foods today were once very special. In fact, these common foods were once considered magical. Today we'll cover 10 simple foods that were once considered magical thousands of years ago. First on our list, number 10, onions. The Egyptians loved onions very much. For us, maybe just tears in our eyes, but for the ancient Egyptians, the antiseptic qualities and strong odor made them believe that onions could resurrect the dead. Paintings of onions can be found in several pyramids and seen in ancient murals as well. To the Egyptians, onion meant life. Number 9, chives. For energy in today's world, we have quite a number of options, things like bananas and brown rice, coffee, and of course a lot more. But in the olden days, chives would do the trick. You see, the ancient Romans believed that chives would make them stronger. They relied on chives for energy. Wrestlers and even workers would make chives part of their diet for strength. With the same idea in mind, racehorses were fed chives and expected to run faster. The British, on the other hand, believed the herb could ward off evil spirits, so chives were always hanging from the rafters. Number 8, artichokes. Are you ready to start a family? What if I told you I could guarantee you a baby boy as your first child? Well, it's not supposed to be that simple, I know. However, the Romans actually believed all it takes is eating artichokes. In addition to that, it could also cure baldness, as well as strengthening the stomach. Some say that the legendary French queen, Catherine de' Medici, consumed quite a number of them, as these were viewed as an aphrodisiac back in the day. Due to their sexual power, women were forbidden from eating them at any time. Number 7, figs. Figs were feared in New Guinea. It was believed that figs are haunted and that evil spirits would actually be released once the fig is opened. You see, Bolivians, though, also avoided fig trees, as they believed that the evil spirits that lived in their shade would cause serious illness to anyone who passed. What isn't new to us is that the fig is very well spoken of in the Bible. The Gikuyu women in Africa probably believed in the positive version of figs too, as they used it on themselves to increase fertility. Number 6, poppy seeds. The ancient Romans would associate Poppy with Hypnos, the god of sleep, who was admired for soothing emotional trauma. But the story doesn't end that peacefully. You see, the Romans saw a connection between poppies and Hades, the god of death. Too many poppy seeds were believed to put you to sleep for life, or should I say, to death. Number 5, dill. Dill could be used as protection from witches back in the day, or at least that's what people believed. It was also believed to ward off demons, especially male demons, who would prey on young women. Well, there's two sides to every story, and the other side of the dill story is that it was once used by witches to cast spells and to prepare special potions. Number 4, cucumbers. If you have problems with mice at home, just buy cucumbers, as these were used to scare mice, cure bad eyesight, and soothe scorpion bites. On my last attempt, all I got for a result was a bite mark from what appeared to be a mouse. So I guess it may not work for everyone, or perhaps doesn't even work anymore. Number 3, corn. Popcorn is like a tradition, or the main element for a ritual. That's how important it is for us when we watch a movie, but this wasn't always the case. The growth and harvesting of corn was considered sacred, and the process represented the cycle of life. The Aztecs didn't just love corn, but worshipped it and prayed heavily for it throughout its regeneration cycle. The first harvest of the summer was also celebrated with a large party where men and women danced, ate, and they had lots of fun. Number 2, apples. Eating an apple might give you vitamin C, fiber, and more essential nutrients, but won't cure you of all the diseases. However, Greek mythology does say otherwise. You see, according to centuries-old folklore, apples were considered the secret of eternal youth, and, in some cultures, it was even presented as a sign of love and peace. See, in the Italian culture, an apple was very common, where men presented apples to show their affection for women. If a man offered an apple to a woman and she accepted it, it meant that she agreed to be his wife. Take note, gentlemen. And number 1, Amaranth. Amaranth has a long and magical history. The Aztecs saw it as the most sacred grain, sacred above corn. The legends of Zuni suggest that this plant was brought from another world. It was used in the ancient rituals of Central and South America as part of an offering. Wreaths made of amaranth flowers were said to have healing properties. The plant also helps spirits to cross over to the other world. That's all we have for you today on our 10 common foods and their supposedly magical powers.